Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of the Smoke Room. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can get it for free on itch.io. But if you want to support the people that make this game and or get the news version earlier, you can go to their Patreon, where it's $3 a month for this and other games. That's quite a deal. Anyways, on the last Let's Play, one of the films in the film reel was ruined, but maybe not the other ones. We'll have to see, I guess. Also, we're introduced to the staff. I think Ralph, the kind of like a jerk guy who's rat, and personally, I'm like, this guy seems to be okay to me because he just seems to be like a guy that is just messing around a whole bunch, but he's also kind of a jerk. And also, let's see, Murdoch's dad seemed to be okay, but he was also got real uppity is the word, when it came to Murdoch having some sort of jam next to jam preservatives. But then he wanted us to go to the school to prepare the photographs for the yearbook or something like that. And we met Murdoch's sister, which it just kind of said that this is only a gay game. I'd have liked to seen stuff between, I don't know, a character and her. Just saying. Just kind of hot. So anyways, we're still in the school. We just left the room, and now we reset our face. And continue. I continue through the hallways, distributing packets until I come to a large open archway. The library is full of shelves, stacked to the ceilings with books. Oh, who's this? Is this Murdoch's younger brother? Though they could also be a girl. Another red fox sits at the desk in the corner, round glasses too big for her face, perched upon her snout, and she peers at me from across the room with curiosity. Why, hello, you're someone new. Are you another one of Murdoch's relatives? But of course, he's my other brother. If you came from the right, you must have already met Holly, our sister. I'm Delilah. I tend to the books here. She looks back and forth, then lowers her voice and speaks through a cupped paw. But my real joy is upkeeping the observatory. My paws are a bit tied at the moment, for something like that. But yeah, but you'll have a setup like that here? In a school? We do. The grant from the governor 5 years ago. Few students master the necessary arithmetic to qualify for astronomy classes. But I can assure you that the few who do get the experience of their lives. That punctuation. Why are you whispering? Because, don't you realize, we're in a library. She giggles, then looks down, sobering her expression. And also because I don't mean to come across as ungrateful. She lifts her wrists, then shakes them, scrunches her snout, and smiles. Are you alright? Heavens, yes. I just have a lot to be excited about. Okay, I don't suppose you have any students present needing a picture day form then? You've probably given one to all of my students by now. But before you go, could you do me a favor and get a book for me? You may have to use a stepladder. Fine, where is it? She points to the shelf in the left corner of the room. The blue one, top shelf. Oh, she's trying to get a look at my butt. The ladder attaches to a slider and makes a squealing noise when I put it into position. The wood squeaks under my weight when I take the first step up. Careful, the ladder is old. Wonderful. I climb step by step until I reach the top. I grab the book and pull it from the shelf. And then a page slips out. Oh, shit. I scramble down hastily, squeaking with each step. A paw swipes the page from the floor, and I open the book. The parchment is different. The fox is peering over my shoulder. As a child with two C's, ours is a lift could pass me by, back when the poor socks of men in creation could he called my, and as much I hated them, they provided my nourish. So somebody who has spelling that is even worse than I did doing Bible verses. Looks like there was some old student work from, between the pages. Poetry. Have fun. I'm not much of a poet, miss, but I could probably do better than this. No need to be sour, sir. A good poem makes you think, and it looks like there's plenty to think about here. Why don't you keep it? Maybe you could study it and bring back something better. But only if you'd like to, of course. While I can't exactly share her enthusiasm, I get a feeling that she'd be considerably disappointed if I didn't at least pretend to consider her wish. So I fold the paper and put it in my pocket. She covers her smile with her paw and walks back to her desk. She shoots me one last wave before I'm back in the corridor. After visiting a few more rooms, my box of forms feels considerably lighter. I turn a corner and see yet another orange fox tail sliding just out of view. I pray it's not yet another one of Murdoch's relatives, considering my capacity for small talk is already utterly worn down. I don't know. I think Murdoch's relatives are pretty good. I like them. Except for maybe their parents. I mean, the dad seems alright when he first met him, but then second time just like, okay, kind of grating. But maybe that's because it's the son thing, and you just might have a little more capacity to be a cunt to your family than you are to people who are unfamiliar, Anyways, when I hear Monarch's voice, I ease up. I apologize. I really would have arrived earlier if I'd been told we were avoiding the Saturday rush. I'm not upset that you're late. I'm upset you couldn't put 1 and 2 together. Are you incapable of acting on your own volition without someone telling you where and when to be? Okay, I hate this person already. You're not some log to be pushed this way and that. I raised you to be more clever than that. This is true, but there are other things I could be doing at the store or around town if we were setting up on Saturday, like we've done every year in the past. Which leaves you, me, and your father breathless every year. Those other things can wait. How do you even expect to fulfill a management role if you can't anticipate problems without being told to consider them? I hate people. Do you struggle to tap into any sort of insight, or do you choose to not have any? Is it just too much effort, like joining me at church once on a Sunday? Are other endeavors that much more important to you? Oh, could this be the mother? I'm not sure. There's so many. You'll get used to it. That's never going to change. But what should change is what you consider most important. I hear footsteps. Who's been listening around the corner? I seize up. Oh, yep, that's the mother. I recognize her face from, William's... I guess just William's route. The fierce, gray face of a wizened fox with half-moon spectacles turned to the corner sneering. And just who are you? Sam? Samuel Ayers. He's the new hire. The vixen's nostrils flare as she looked me up and down. Strong, sturdy, big. Just like how I like him. Anyways, she looks to her son. Picking manual labor this appropriate is first thing you've done all day that doesn't embarrass me. Yay, we're not an embarrassment for a half second. Knowing you, I could have presumed you'd have dragged home some fanciful, reedy little thing. There's a glint of appraisal in her sullen eyes, and she studies me. I'll let you gentlemen get to it then. There's work to be done. Finally, she slides away from us, disappearing down the corridor. That was... rather not focus on it. He doesn't say another word as we stalk down the stairs. Or stalk? Okay. When I get to the auditorium, I can see there's a large constructed tripod, a screen, and a flashbulb. We're done for the day. Are you sure? Quite. There is little left to be done here, and the quicker I get you trained on the enlarger, the better shape you will be on Monday. Will be in on Monday. Murdoch opens the exit. A warm, dry air replaces the cold, musty air of the auditorium. So how is it that this place is colder than the outside? It's like it's past noon-ish. I don't know. His keys ring as he locks it behind him, and we begin our long trek back to the general store. I don't mind getting this much exercise, but the fox seems a little winded. We don't see Alfred or Ralph anywhere inside the store, so Murdoch takes me directly to the back of the store. He produces a small silver key from his vest pocket and opens the door under the stairs to the dark room. He enters first, and turns on the red light. When I go in, the first thing my eyes catch is the hanging film we developed earlier. Murdoch does this well, and snatches it from the pins. So I bet you can't help but wonder how we get from this. He holds this small, tiny strip of film to this. He flicks a large piece of paper about the size of my head that has a dark, vivid photograph of the moon upon it. He brings the film to the far end of the room to a counter where a large, black metallic box hangs from the posts grafted onto a slab. Let me walk you through once, then you can do it yourself. I wonder if they did if this is the same thing they did at, like, I don't know, HEB or whatever. Back in the days of early 2000s and the 90s when we had film. That does sound funny to me. It's like, back in these days, in the 19-somethings, used to develop film like this. And then when I was born, we didn't have this digital cell phone things, and you had to buy film, and then bring it over to a place where you'd pay them money to develop it. And it's like, I mean, granted, there was Polaroids back in my time too, but it's just like, oh yeah, if I want to take a picture of, I don't know, my dick, I can just snap a picture of it and send over the internet to, I don't know, somebody that's requesting my dick. Though I wouldn't just do it willy-nilly, That's my face. Oh, so time? Okay, fit 13. And then, this machine is called an enlarger. It's a weird-looking one. It's how we get from tiny film that fits inside the hand cameras to large pictures that can mount on walls. Okay, Mr. Person who's studied just a bit too much of it. I mean, granted, this is interesting. Enlarger head. Ooh, ooh. Am I an enlarger head? Elevation knob, focus knob, carry film, pin lens. They're large. I can feed the negatives, so they're for the film, to this cartridge. Then we can put in and taken out of this slot at the top. I can turn on the lamp inside the enlarger to make light shine from the top and through the negatives to the slant below, which is called the easel. A blurry, distorted image shines on the easel. I can't make any of its details out. The knob on the side of the enlarger is sometimes called focus. This knob increase or decrease the size of the hole through which light passes. A hole is called an aperture and is covered by a large glass lens. When you adjust the knob, a sharper image appears below on the easel. I recognize it as a pickaxe I put in Jack's skull. Do be like that, but self-defense. Murdoch walks away from the enlarger, crouching, fumbling with a few jugs and wooden containers below the counter. He places 3 of the wooden containers on the counter next to the enlarger. Similar to film, we have to use developer, fixer, and liquid rinse. He pours 1 jug labeled PD onto the first tray, and 1 labeled DF onto the second tray. The third tray is filled with water from the sink. When he crouches again, taking out a stack of paper with an envelope. This is a light sensitive paper. It's been prepared with chemicals to react with the light in an enlarger. He puts on gloves, then pulls 1 of the sheets of paper out from the envelope and places it under the enlarger. Then he pulls out the stopwatch from the pocket and winds it. Exposing the picture from different time frames creates different contrasts. With this paper and the enlarger, I've experimented and find they like 30 seconds of exposure. His stopwatch chimes, and he pulls the paper from out the image. Developer begins the chemical reaction that shows the image. Place the paper in the first box, then rocks the frame back and forth gently, then sets his stopwatch again. Rocks the frame back and forth gently. He crouches under the sink to retrieve the pair of metal tongs. Just 2 minutes is all we need. Is he going to be asking me more questions later? After more waiting, his pocket watch dings again. Now, into the fixer for 1 minute. And we rinse the photo off for 1 last minute. Now we can hang it up to dry. He places the photo of a pickaxe on the corkboard, clamping its corner with a clothespin. Clothespin or clothpin? Yeah, whatever. Now, why don't you try 1? Something sits very wrong about creating the evidence that can incriminate me. But I just nod all the same. Murdoch is sliding through the negatives, whistling to himself. But when his whistling stops... Huh? What's huh? I don't like huh. Could have sworn this one's exposed, but I'm seeing something faint. Slip a sheet of paper under the enlarger, please. I feel my own brow furrow, but I listen. Or listen? Yeah. The paper feels sticky between my fingers, and I slip it out of the envelope and put it under the machine. If we expose this, we might be able to pull something out from the contrast. He sets his pocket watch, and we both stare at the paper, watching it darken. The stopwatch rings. Just like we said. I put it in the developer. I rock the container back and forth, heavier than I expected. The stopwatch rings. Kinda pointless. Okay, but this music doesn't seem pointless. It's just an entrance. I try not to look at the image as I take it out of the developer, but Murdoch does. I avoid his expression, plucking the photo from the developer. Murdoch keeps setting the time for me. Into the fixer it goes. I rock it back and forth. The stopwatch rings. Now for the rinse. I grab the tongs again. Luckily, I don't actually have to remember how to do this. Plucking the photo, not looking at it. Not looking at Murdoch. I rock it back and forth. The stopwatch rings. The stopwatch rings. The stopwatch rings. Sam! Time to hang? You haven't been responding to me. Oh. I feel like the blood is rushing out of my head, like I had been upside down, and now I'm right side up. I'm sorry. I just need you to answer me. Answer you? What do you see? What do I see? In the picture. In your hand. I take a look. My insides freeze. Please. Well, it looks like an entrance to something. But let's see. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, I would say it's a spider, but spiders have 8 eyes, but, monster. Anyways, please. Just tell me what you see. I swallow. I don't know what I'm looking at. It all looks wrong to me. Do you see trees? I look back down at the photo. I don't know what I see. But I see no trees. I turn back to Murdoch. For a split second, there's a strange look in his eye. Confidence. Then it goes back to that distant stare. I do not recall ever taking this picture. He plucked it from my hands and hung it on the wall himself. We have worked enough today. Go home, Sam. Why go? I just need to think about some things. Does it have anything to do with me? Not really, no. I don't know why, but I don't believe him. He doesn't sing the tune of an angry or sorrowful man. It feels more like excitement and exhilaration. Okay, that's cool. I was a bit worried. I can't tell, but for one reason or another, that I need to let him alone. I step away, and I do. Wait, so I step away and I do. Mostly because I need to be away from that room as fast as I can be. His voice calls me as soon as I pass through the door. You'll come back Monday, won't you? I'm not sure if I will. Even if I might let those photos slip into William's hands. If it might. Of course. I say this, putting on my best smile, which was stupid considering he couldn't even see it, and it's fake. Okay. It's a weak goodbye. Even has a bit of finality to it. I don't know how, but I don't know why, and I don't know why, but I intend to prove its dismissal wrong. But for now, it's time to go home. Chapter 2. Electric Boogaloo? So, I'm wondering if this is one of those things where it's like, hey, whatever people see in the picture is different. Just keeping up with Murdoch is a workout on its own. Just a day, and I'm already starting to miss my time at the brothel. Doesn't take much time at all to get in the mood for my last client tonight. He wants my mouth, and I just want to suck. Because I suck all the time, because I just suck. I don't know, I was making a joke. It doesn't matter who he is. I'm already sticky when I touch myself. Sticky? He gets harder as he watches me paw. Feels good to have this energy again. I want all of it so bad. I start to whimper. The marble fox holds my head down as he bucks his hips. I swallow my reward with each hot burst. It sends me over the edge too. He doesn't back up when some of it gets on his leg. He just groans and lets it happen. I clean off his balls because I'm still in the mood. Thanks is all he says before he leaves, and for once, I'm grateful. Things rarely get to be just transactional. I'm starting to think that the sex in a whore's line of work ain't the thing that bothers me. It's when a client knows they ain't just trading money for a service, but a part of your life. And trying to get as much as of that for free as they can. I know I can't whore forever, but I don't think I could be just a shopkeep for the rest of my life. I can't stay put, being just one thing forever. I wonder if Murdoch has an out. I suppose that's his problem to worry about. But we both share a bigger problem. Capitalism. I mean, I know we both saw what happened to that picture. This is why I don't like being alone with my thoughts for too long. Or to think about these things when there's a ticket to focus on. A jump to do, and a jot to bliss. Jolt. Easy. Simple. Alive. Unlike, well, the easy and simple part being fucking a fox, because, I mean, seriously. You came too quickly. So, I'm going back to that shop in the morning. And I'll stay for as long as it suits me. But with us hitting that 26-minute mark, it seems a bit longer. I mean, we won't be able to finish the scene that quickly. So, end of this Let's Play. I'd like to thank you all for watching. Please comment, guys. I like comments. Tell me what you like, dislike, tips, tricks, otherwise. If you like my YouTube and would like to see it grow, then please like, subscribe, and check out the videos epic grow. And please remember to spay near animals. Yeah, control the pet population. At some point, I really should look into doing that thing on YouTube where at the end of each video I go, and here's the next video. But, I would have to both do the video that I'm doing and the previous week's video. Anyways, I think I've got my eye tracking just a bit better because I turned down the screen brightness a whole bunch. It makes it a lot easier. Yes. And, yeah. Until next time. Another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of the Smoke Room. Oh, and if you want to play this game, free on itch.io, but want to get the most recent version earlier, then Patreon, $3 a month. And a bunch of stuff. Okay, I have been wanting to play Flip. What was it again? Oh yeah, I need to put 1.2 Amoris, because somebody's like, you should do that. I'm like, I guess it do be like that sometimes, but it's already far down the list, so, I'm not too interested in that game anymore. Things that are high up on that visual novel list are Soul Creek. Les Shards has 3 points? Huh, okay, sure. Nobody just voted for Glory Hounds, but I like that one, so it's high on the list. Because it do be like that sometimes. They really do. I guess. And until next time, let's wait. Me, GamerWolfSix of the Smoke Room. So thanks and see you.